Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys you won't want to miss if you don't have it on your watch list already. And I'm going to share with you guys the stocks we were watching this morning. We hit 3 home runs, 20% plus. 2 of them were 40% plus. That is something that was spectacular to end this week. And just to show you guys this week's performance on all the different stocks that we found, these were the stocks and these were their highest points. Doesn't mean that every single investor got the opportunity to obtain that full amount, but within that, there's enough room to make anywhere from 3 to 5%, 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, and so forth within some of these that jumped higher. The total possible amount was 359% for the week, and at an average of 3% to 5% a day, that's a 42% to 70% jump in a week on somebody's portfolio and performance. If this is something you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description, and we look forward to having you join us over at the Discord. So here we are with Sndl, Sundial Growers Inc., and it actually jumped in the pre-market and pulled back down. Now, this is very important. I stated yesterday that as long as it stays above $1, there's some strength. If it broke through the 50-day moving average, and even at this point down here of 116, 115, give or take, that was going to be something that needed to be watched carefully. But most importantly, $1 right now is the true support I'm watching. Now, we're a little bit closer to it, but we're still not too close, right? There's still room here for the bulls to try to reappear and bring this back up, especially being in tug-of-war zone. So the 50-day moving average is 124. Anything below it is bearish. Anything above it is bullish. Our support level based off today's price action is 115. If that gets broken through, I'd watch this very carefully and see if it keeps on going lower, or if the bull's trying to reappear and bring this back up, because the lower this goes, the further it's getting from the 50-day moving average, giving leverage to the bears, and the 50-day moving average is 124. Now, the bulls need to break through 124 and turn that into a support. If they accomplish that, the highest point in the pre-market before the dip is way up here at 135. That's what the bulls need to break through to continue pushing upwards, get out of bearish territory, and continue this momentum in the uptrend. Now, this is the first day since May 26 that the bulls lose traction and the bears have actually crossed the 50-day moving average. So it's super important to be aware of this, and we're going to have to see if there's consolidation, if this goes into further weakness, or if the bulls reappear quickly, trying to get leverage and pushing upwards to maintain control over the chart. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive this insight as well. And stay tuned. All I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I'm going to share with you guys the opportunities we hit home runs with. 25% on one of them. The other 2 were 40% plus. And I have a ticker symbol for you guys that you won't want to miss. So the ticker symbol I have for you guys today is one that I've mentioned before, as it was getting closer to $10. And since it hit that, it's bounced back up, came back down closer to $10. And right now it's up between 15 to 20% since I mentioned it. And there's so much more room for this one moving forward. This is definitely a stock you want to have on your watch list if you don't have it already. We're going to look at its chart in just a moment. But I want to share with you guys today's home runs. We went 3 for 3 with our stocks today. It was phenomenal. And I want to also share with you guys the opportunities we had all week. What were the possibilities? And if you set a structure and goal, the opportunities are there. By joining us over at the Discord, you'll be able to become part of this. The link is down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us, and you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So this is the stocks I mentioned this morning. I talked about BBIG, and then I also talked about SENS. Now, I did a video on this yesterday. There's a lot going on with this stock, even for the long term, not just the short term. We caught it at 267. BBIG, we caught it at 381. And I talked about WINT at 259. Let's look at these charts together to see how they performed. So let's go ahead and see this together here as I pull it up. So the first one was BBIG. I caught it at 381, and that was nearly the low in the pre-market. It had jumped up almost 10%, pulled back down, and then it took off to a highest point of 25% plus. This was a home run for the day. Anything above 20% is phenomenal. I look for 5 to 10% on a regular day, 10 to 20% on a great day, and 20% plus is a home run. This was another home run. We caught SENS at 267 when I mentioned it in the morning, had jumped up a little bit, pulled back down, hit lows close to the 250, 253 range, and it took off after that in just a few minutes after that and leading into the next hour, a highest point of 40% plus. This was phenomenal. Now, this had jumped yesterday in the aftermarket hours because of news, and that news was about to spark another catalyst on a Friday because everyone's finding out about it. And not only just now, this might have catalyst potential even moving forward if there's more updates on this and so forth. Now, the other one was WINT. I mentioned it at 259, pulled back a little bit to 245 range, and it took off, giving almost 10% right away, pulled back down and took off to a 40% plus opportunity above 330 range, almost 340. Like 339 was the peak, and since then it pulled back and jumped up again. So 40% plus on this one, 40% plus on this one, and 25% plus. I mean, in just one day, there was enough room between all of these to make 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, and 20% plus on the day. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys is this week's performance. These are all the stocks I've mentioned this week and the percentage gains at their highest point. Doesn't guarantee that that's what every single investor can experience, but between all this type of movement and up and down, there's enough room for an investor that is positioning themselves for the opportunities to make anywhere from even not 5 to 10% like I say on a regular day, but even 3 to 5%. If you look at all these percentages, there was enough room. It's all about timing and execution, and the total possible percentages gains was 359%, and at an average of 3 to 5% a day, that can constitute to 42% to 70% in just a week. Obviously, it takes time and execution to get things correct, practice, but when you practice and you learn, if you don't have much experience day trading and you use a simulator, once you sharpen your skills, you know, the opportunities are endless, and you can become part of that by joining us. The link is down below in the description. This has been a phenomenal week, but what's the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list? Well, it's PSFE. I've talked about PaySafe before. I've talked about what they do, what sector they're in, and we caught this one as it was going lower, hit close to the $10 range, was picking up steam, hit highs here of 1260s, pulled back down close to the $10 mark at the beginning of June, and it's picking up steam again. When I look at this chart, you know, I look at it from the bigger picture. It's pulled back down, and this is kind of sitting sideways with a lot of volatility up and down, but this is given enough swing trade opportunities. This is given enough opportunities to buy and keep your average cost low or average down, and this is a long-term opportunity from the sector that it's in, the potential that it has, and what they do. PaySafe is going to be a big thing moving forward. I'm not saying it's going to be like a Square. I'm not saying it's going to be like a Wix.com. I'm not saying it's going to be like those payment processors, or a PayPal, but it's going to get its piece of the share in the sector and in this niche. You want to do your research and due diligence on this one to understand it and further understand everything about it. Check out their website. I believe they have a website. And once you do that, you'll be able to make a rational decision as an investor to go ahead and maximize profits and minimize losses with the opportunities that I share with you guys. It's not financial advice. I'm just here to share with you guys what I'm watching and enlighten everyone on possible overlooking possibilities that people may not be aware of, or they just didn't see it. And I'm here to enlighten everyone. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.